What in the world, boy? It's your boy Big Low Kuntry. Look at here, man. What in the world? For everybody out there that don't know me, my name is Big Low Kuntry. I'm just an old country boy, former football coach that loves to sit around and talk about sports. Man, it's been so long since I've... Coach Ronnie, I hope I don't mess this up, because it's been so long since we done the show. Where in the world, bro? Look at here. Everybody who's watching, if you're watching the show after we've gone live already, make sure that you put a what in the world, Bo, in the comments. Also, make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family. If this is your first time watching us, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. You hit that subscribe button for me, I promise you I'm going to dance at your wedding one day. Man, so much has happened since the last time we had the chance to sit down and chop it up, coaching staff. You may be wondering, where was I at this last week? I'm gonna be completely honest and transparent with you, Bo. Old country boy was sick as a dog, boy. I was struggling, boy. I was dropping that struggle button. I told Coach Ronnie one time, hey girl, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I said, hey girl, I don't know. There's some hard times over here. Just never forget me. Just remember our song. I was saying all kind of crazy stuff. But, here we are, we made it, by the grace of God, God is good all the time God is good. We made it. Man, so you know what we do, man. We got to show love to everybody that show love to us. Once again, first and foremost, thank you everybody for coming on and chopping it up with us tonight. John Brooks is in and said, Big Low, what in the world, Bo? Big Low, Raheem gets a B+ from me for not answering the question about our quarterback situation. Dancing around that question like he was out there line dancing, Bo. Man, he wasn't doing that to Mia. When I think about you.
Nobody can do that to Mia, but like 10 show-offs. I don't even I can do that to Mia.
I could do it. I could do it to Mia.
Y'all, we practiced that dance for like an hour. We like kinda got it.
I got it.
No.
I've been putting extra steak on.
He didn't get it. Coaching staff, he did not get it.
I been killing that thing, boy. Oh man, Dante Spates in here. He said, what in the world, Bo? It's a super A+. Okay, so for everybody that's watching, you're gonna see some random grades coming in. The question that Coach Ronnie put up, she said, what's the grade that we would give Raheem Morris on the his initial press conference? So he says A+. Okay, shout out to Big John Higgins in here. Much love to you. Brian Moses is in here. Hey, ho, ho. Raheem is about to blow. Okay.
Don't do that.
Raheem is about to blow. In the words of Mr. Optimal.
Does he mean blow in a good way?
Yeah. You mean blow in a good way, Coach. Right? See, you keep in mind out good. Jay's in here says, we seen the story before. He literally a DQ clone with his one-liners. Has zero reason to believe he's a better coach than anything we had already until proven otherwise. Okay, I ain't knocking you. I mean, he does give me some Dan Quinn vibes. A little bit more melanin, but very Dan Quinn-ish. They're homeboys.
That Dan Quinn is not saying fast and physical anymore?
He's not saying fast and physical?
He's saying explosive and physical. So he's changed, guys.
Okay, all right. Explosive and physical. Okay.
Explosive and physical.
Hey, I mean, look, if it worked for him, If it worked for him. They're going to have the brotherhood up there watching it. Ain't no telling. Sherman Woods in here. What's going on, man? Iron Mike, much love to you. Cortez said, just a man I need to see. What in the world? What's going on with you, Bo? What's going on with you? Shouts out to everybody that's coming on, chopping it up with us tonight. Justin Jameson, what up, Bo? Hope you're doing good. Nando's chilling in with us from Facebook. Shouts out to everybody that's chilling in with us from Facebook. You can go find us on Facebook at Big Low Kuntry Sports. Yes, we are on there as well. Definitely, man. Brian Peoples came in here and says, what in the world, Bo? I mean, beloved. What's going on, beloved? How you doing, man? I'm going to have to hit up old cousin Big Low Conspiracy to see what's going on with you. Deshaun's in here. What in the world, Bo? Raheem, the Dream Morris. It's tight to death. Get you some. Okay, I hear you, Bo. I hear you. Man, so, we're letting a few people come in. Shouts out to everybody that's coming on, chilling, chopping it up with the old Coach Ronnie. Definitely, we appreciate it. Coach Padre with the first Superman chat of the night says, "What's good, Coach?" And content creator Coach Roney. My coach is black and my Lambo's blue.
Okay. Y'all come in starting some mess.
And I'll
already.
be doggone if my rims ain't too. Dun, da, da. That's a Superman chat.
You know what? Shout out to LAJ who's got my back in the chats, putting them threes in the comments. Oh wait, he called me a content creator too. Never mind, LAJ. We started out strong.
We going back to the threes, the thing that I started.
I haven't disbanded the gang. Three still represent.
I can't disband something that I started. I'm the original. Anyway, shouts out to you, man. So, see, we got a good bit in the chat, so let's go ahead and jump on in there. In the words of Trey Songz in 2012, back when R&B was on the decline. I'm about to dive in.
Oh.
That was shady.
I don't know. No.
That was shady.
And now with what we know about Trey Songz, that feels aggressive.
Wow, Coach Ronnie. You didn't have to.
I don't like that.
You didn't have to say that though. You didn't have to say that. You just okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump on in there. So, Raheem Morris has his introductory press conference as the head coach for our Atlanta Falcons. Him, Terry Fontenot, and Beatles were there. No Arthur Blank because they said he had a sickness.
Good vibes all around.
Good. Wow, Coach Ronnie. Arthur Blank, we hope that you get well soon.
In the table and a set of threes.
Okay.
Good vibes. Great.
Set of threes?
A set of three. Yeah.
Okay, Coach Ronnie. What in the world? No Rich McKay. Rich McKay was nowhere to be seen. Somebody said they seen him down at the Chick-fil-A. Eating macaroni and cheese with Bill Belichick. But the fact of the matter is that, the reason why I asked, what's the grade on this particular press conference it's for a few reasons, guys. I actually went back and I watched the initial press conference from whenever Arthur Smith was hired. The crazy thing is that, I don't know about y'all, whenever I start a new job, I try to come in bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I want everybody to like me. Yeah. I'm smiling. Coach Ronnie says, "Hey, you look weird when you smile like that whenever you try to smile all the time." Because I'm just sitting around smiling like this right here. Hey, yes, my name is Lowe. Nice to meet you. Arthur Smith, he didn't come in like that. He came in, he was, kind of jerkish then, and he left, he was kind of jerkish. The thing is with Raheem Morris, one thing that I'm really getting the vibes on is that it seems like this is just him. He just seems like he's a legitimate, genuine guy. He's telling jokes. One big thing that I noticed is that he was calling the press by their first names after they introduced themselves to him. Whenever he would repeat the question back to him, he would say, "Hey, Steak, that's a good question," and proceed to answer the question thoroughly. Another thing is that he would let the press actually ask the question.
The entire
question.
Yeah.
So I mean, from that alone, I'm liking what I'm seeing with Raheem Morris. Now, we've all heard all of the reports all around the league talking about, everybody saying how we may have gotten one of the best coaches in the NFL. He didn't get a fair shake with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're going to talk about all that. He really didn't have a fair shake whenever he was the interim head coach for the Atlanta Falcons after Dan Quinn was unceremoniously let go after we didn't field the onside kick. That being said, the fact of the matter is that he's the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons right now. And I feel like we have something to look forward to for this 2024 season. Now, before we really jump into it, one thing that I'm asking from everybody, make sure, if you could, make sure that you do a country boy a favor and hit that like button. If you're excited about the fact that we got a new head coach and we have some new aspirations and, hopefully we can accomplish something, make sure that you hit that like button. Also, if you did get a chance to watch that press conference on Monday, unfortunately the anniversary of when we lost the Super Bowl, you got a chance to watch it, Put a 3 in the chat, you know, because that's the gang that I
3
started.
years?
Put a 3 in the chat.
3 years?
Why's your voice extra deep? You say, what's going
That's
on?
how I round up my troops.
Oh, okay. Okay, Coach Ray. That's not George Boy. What in the world, Bo? I hope you and Coach Ray are doing well. He put 4 threes in. See, we don't do 4 threes. We don't do 3 threes. You're right, Coach Ray.
You don't tell us how we do what we do. You host the show. We rep the set. Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
I'm a leader.
No, you're not. We're not arguing this on the show.
Okay, we ain't gonna argue. It's
We're
cool.
not arguing this on the show.
We're gonna argue. I'm a leader. It's cool. Anyway, fact of the matter is that, you know, now moving forward, we got a lot of aspirations and things to look forward to. Shouts out to you, TW. King's in here, so I'm happy the changes happen. Much love to you, Bo. Lowski says Terry had that helmet on. Nah, that was just Terry here. But yeah, man. Okay, so I see the threes coming through in the chat. Much love to everybody putting in threes. I see a lot of people had a chance to watch it. Yes, Tim, this shirt is very comfy. I love this shirt. But moving forward, there are a few talking points that I wanted to touch on as far as, you know, things that got me excited, things that I kind of look forward to, things that kind of raised my eyebrow a little bit. Now, we were in the chat on YouTube whenever they were making the announcement and were having the actual press conference. One thing that really rubbed me, I ain't gonna say rubbed me the wrong way, Coach Ronnie, but it kind of made me think and maybe tilt my head a little bit, is when Raheem Morris said that this is the 4th time.
Oh, me too. That he was hired by Rich McKay.
He said this is the 4th
I was like, do we brag about that?
He was hired by Rich McKay.
You know, we don't like him around these parts. So, in fact, the fact that you're revealing to us he had so much to do with you being hired right now is kind of disconcerting.
Whenever he said that, I was like, wait,
because
you know what they say, it's like the lie always come out, and the truth always come out too. So it's one of those situations where they said, okay, you know, this is the 4th time I was hired, but wait a minute now, hold on, we thought Rich McKay cleaned the windows at the
I thought he was supposed to
made sure
snap it back, making sure the floors were select.
Yeah, I thought he made sure that the tires were, you know, inflated to the proper PSI at the bins. Like, what's going on now? I thought he ain't doing the football operations no more. Once again, the truth always comes out.
Sure does.
So I'm thinking it's one of them situations with Rich McKay. He might not be as vocal, or he may not be like a figure like he used to be back in the day, but he obviously is still a part of that decision-making process. Another thing that I noticed is that Travis Thompson came here and says, "Heem the dream." There you go. Another thing that I noticed is that they continuously use the term, I'm trying to think of it. Whenever people come together, goodness gracious, Coach Ronnie.
Like a coalition, or
no, not coalition. You know, they said they all of their decision making is
like unanimous.
It's not unanimous. Basically, they all come together to make their decisions together. Collaborative. They make collaborative decisions. Thank you so much. The beauty of marrying an English major. Thank you. They all come and they all make collaborative decisions. Thank you so much, Red Swarm. I appreciate that. Slim Guys is culture. I appreciate you. But, so they say that they all make collaborative decisions. I feel like one of the reasons why they kept throwing that word out so much is because, once again, I feel like Rich McKay, he's still there in that decision-making process. But, you know, once again, wow, Coach Ronnie. Appreciate it, Johnny. But, once again, it's one of those cases where, you know, he's just not going to be a figure. He's not going to be at the press conferences. He's not going to be, you know, you're probably not going to see him at the bench as much as you used to see him, or at training camp and things like that. You know, he's just going to kind of take a step back. But he's still going to be an integral figure for the Atlanta Falcons. That's why they continuously, I counted at least 5 or 6 times between Raheem Morris and between Terry Fontenot and Greg Beatles, they mentioned collaborative decisions, the collaborative decision making. Our decision making is going to be collaborative. They continuously said that. So, I mean, I'm definitely cool with, a group of people getting together and making the decision because I feel like that's less room for error. Mind you, a lot of y'all might not know this. Me and Coach Ronan, we're both auto insurance adjusters. So whenever you get into an accident and it's a situation where, let's say, you're making a left turn at an intersection. I'm sorry, I'm going to sound like a nerd for just a second. You're making a left turn at an intersection on a 3-lane highway, and there's a green light there, and it's not a left-hand turning light. So what we do as insurance adjusters, we get together with other people at our insurance company, and we have a round table. And with that round table, we legitimately sit and look and see and determine who's at fault for the accident. We make a collaborative decision. A lot of times, whenever we make that collaborative decision, most of the time, it's the right decision opposed to it being the wrong decision. Now, if it's a situation where both parties are fighting each other, that's whenever they call Coach Roney in to come and argue. Coach Roney argues for a living, y'all. That's what she does. But I feel like that's what the Atlanta Falcons are going to be trying to do moving forward. They're going to try to make these decisions together. Another thing that I noticed, and everybody in the chat, put a 1 in the chat if you caught this. And Coach Roney, I'm going to ask you if you caught this too, because I don't think you were in the room with me when we were listening to it. Mm-hmm. Raheem Morris said, "I don't have to be the smartest man in the building."
I heard that.
You heard that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Put a 1 in the chat if you heard Raheem Morris say he doesn't have to be the smartest man in the building. Coach Roney, was that shade?
I think it was shade because that phrasing is very interesting considering that is specifically what we as Atlanta Falcons fans have been saying about Arthur Smith. Like that he feels like he's smarter than everybody else. He's the smartest man in the room. He's the smartest to ever be the OC. No one, So for him to specifically make sure he says that at his first press conference, I think it was a clear way to say I'm not like this last guy without criticizing directly the last guy.
I mean, look, it's. I feel like it was shady. Yes. And whenever I say shady, I'm not talking about our little cousin Shady. Shouts out to little cousin Shady. We went out to UGA over the weekend, represented with them dogs. Shouts out to him. I think he's going to be joining Cam Newton 7-on-17. But it was a little shady. And I feel like it's one of those situations where he was comparing himself to the previous regime. And it makes sense. This whole time I've been saying, when it came to Arthur Smith, just be the head coach. And I'm really glad that Raheem Morris is saying, hey, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delegate. He says, I'm going to be the head coach. I'm going to own the situation. I'm going to manage the team, make the overall decisions. I'm going to let Zach Robinson be the offensive coordinator. I'm going to let Jimmy Lake be the defensive coordinator. And moving forward, if there's anything that I see that needs to change, we'll make those changes. A lot of people don't realize this. The head coach's main job, is to coach the assistant coaches. A lot of people don't know this. That's what the head coach's main job is to do. He's the coach, assistant coaches, and coordinators to get their own head coaching job sometime in the future. That's why whenever you see guys like Bill Belichick have people like Matt Patricia coaching as an offensive coordinator, it's just letting them get experience so he could be more well versed in getting a head coaching job in the future. That's one of the reasons why Raheem Morris was coaching on the offensive side of the ball whenever he was with the Atlanta Falcons, because he's always been a defensive guy. That's why he was coaching on the offensive side of the ball. He was coaching our most successful position group with the wide receivers when we had the Taylor Gabriels and the Julio Joneses. And, I believe he was here. Yeah, he was here whenever we had Calvin Ridley. he was coaching the most successful position group on the team at that point in time. And I mean, it worked out pretty well. Then he went over as a defensive coordinator with the Los Angeles Rams, did some really, really good things there. So I mean, you legitimately can't knock it. I do want to ask the chat, if they feel like, Raheem Morris was being kind of shady and alluding to the fact that, like, hey, I don't have to be the smartest man. All I have to do is just, do what I need to do. It's crazy, Coach Ronnie, because I've always had an issue with R&B songs. And the issue that I had with it was a lot of times you'll have these songs where a guy he always talks about being a better man for a woman who's already in a relationship with another man who's been in an established relationship. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Think about Babyface.
Okay.
Babyface, I'll pay your rent.
As you should.
Oh, as you should.
As you should.
I'll cook your dinner too. Like, basically what he's saying is, I'll do it. He wouldn't do it. And the guy that's there, he was like, I thought everything was good.
I would have paid your rent. Wash your clothes. And your dinner as soon as I get home from work.
I ain't gonna chill out for a minute. Play NBA 2K for a little bit. Get a couple games in. Nah. As soon as I get home from work.
Soon as I get home.
From work.
Girl, I treat you right, and I'll never lie.
For all that is worth. Like, look. He's telling you. Like, look, this is what it is. This ain't no, he ain't doing it, but I do it. What's that Sammy song that you like? What's that saying? Say it, Coach Ronnie. Say it.
I'm better. It's called Better.
It's called Better. The name of the song is called Better. That's the name of the song. Baby, I'm better.
You deserve much better.
Do you hear that? I can love you better. When it's the last time you smiled. When it's the last time you got dressed up nice. Meanwhile, the other dude, I thought we were good.
She don't like getting dressed up.
She don't like getting dressed up. When it's the last time you had to repeat yourself twice. I thought this is just the way we communicate.
Oh my God.
Brian Peoples said, look what I can do.
Smartest guy in the room.
Smartest guy in the room. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman check. Oh, man. Y'all crazy, boy. Y'all crazy. But, yeah, I mean, those are the things that I was looking at that I was saying, hey, we need to consider, we need to consider these things whenever we look at a coach or a head coach that's making his first impression. Mm-hmm. Losky said 1, shots fired. Goodness gracious. The shots wasn't fired, was
fired.
Bang, bang. Oh, my goodness. But, yeah, I mean, so those are the things that we definitely got to keep into consideration. Shouts out to April Thomas in here. April Thomas says 1. She also says that she gives him an A+. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. That's a classic jam. Not Coach Ronnie Sammy. When is the last time you smiled? but the thing is that almost, I mean, there's so many, like that's more than half the genre. That's, if you think about it. There's this and Coach Ronnie, she's gonna make sure, let me put a hat or something on, because Coach Ronnie gonna throw something at me. There's a song that Coach Ronnie likes. It's her favorite Backstreet Boys song. It's a little bop too now.
Which one? All of them. I'll be in.
But this is her favorite one.
Which one?
'Cause my love is all I have.
Okay, yeah.
Cause what basically he said, like, I ain't got no money. My love is all that I have to give to you, but whatever you talk, like, does he even pay attention? Does he listen to a word you say? It's okay, baby.
Just tell me your problems. I'll try my best to kiss them all away.
Y'all gonna be kissing up on the underpants.
But
He ain't got a way.
but at least he's showing affection.
He's showing affection.
That other
He'll
guy
go,
didn't
what else is he
listen.
gonna do?
That other guy didn't help me win games.
What else is he gonna do? He ain't got no job.
That last coach could only get me to 7 wins. At least you're promising me 10. I'm with you, Heem.
Y'all crazy. I can't fool with y'all, man. I can't fool with you. Brian people says most of our coaches stayed because of Coach Heem. And that's true, because I just heard that Jerry Gray, one of the pinnacles and helped turning this defense around to a top 10 defense, they announced that he's staying today. So that's huge, because I ain't gonna lie to you. We ain't talked since we got Jimmy Lake, Ricky Lake's little brother. But I wasn't liking it, Bo. It was pineapples for a minute. I was scared to death. I was like, oh, man. Because I remember watching his defense whenever he was the head coach at Washington. And I was like, oh, I don't know about this one, Bo. This defense looked very Dan Quintish. A whole bunch of soft cover threes. We're going to play off of it and just hope something negative happens. We're going to hope something negative happens. Oh, man. That's it, man. That's it. So, I mean, moving forward, I mean, those are some of the things that I saw. Now, I mean, one thing, and I'm pretty sure one thing that we saw over and over, if you're on Twitter, shouts out to everybody if you're on Twitter. Make sure that, you follow us on Twitter at Big Low Kuntry Sports. I'm sorry, at Big Low Kuntry. Country is spelled Kuntry. But one thing is that on Twitter, one word that I saw over and over again was culture. Now, and whenever I say culture, I'm not talking about a Migos album, or Offset's daughter. I'm talking about culture can mean so many different things. And Raheem Morris, he actually acknowledged, and he talked about, it's crazy ain't it ridiculous how often coaches refer to elephants in the room? He actually said the elephant in the back of the room. And I was like, okay, I kind of like in the back. But anyway, he was like, yeah, one of the elephants in the room, besides the Super Bowl is, I'm the first black coach. I'm the first black non-interim head coach in Atlanta Falcons history. Mm-hmm. But one thing I like about it is that he said, hey, but it's not about me. It's about us. Like, this is a situation where it's just about me being the first head coach. Like, nah, this is about us. No, what I'm loving about this whole Raheem Morris move, and I feel like it's a completely different vibe, is that he uses the word home like so many different times. And I'm pretty sure y'all seen, the whole thing where he was getting on the plane, on the jet, with his family, and he said in the NFL you seldomly get a chance to come back home, and he said that he feels like Atlanta is home to him. Mm-hmm. But I be doggone, Bo. It feels like a doggone redemption story. I just don't know.
What you mean? It feels like a redemption story.
I mean, after that Super Bowl, we lost. Appreciate that, John. After that Super Bowl, we lost so much personnel. We lost Kyle Shanahan afterwards. Dan Quinn, he ended up going to, a few different places, and now he's, the head coach for the Washington Commandos. But moving forward, it's like Raheem Morris, who was the assistant head coach at the time, like he's back here. And, he said that, he has 2 Super Bowls already, and his goal is to get a third one for the hometown team. And that was huge to me. And you hear people give their press conference, their introductory press conference, like they'll use buzzwords like, "Hey, we want it to be a winning program. We want to be a successful program." But it takes some cojones to say, "Hey, we bringing the Super Bowl to the city." Like that takes something. And whenever he said that, and yeah, you're right, the bad guy. You had the LaFleur boys and Mike McDaniel, and I mean, so many. Was Sean McVay there at that time? I mean, like you have all of these guys who were there, and they're gone. But Raheem Morris, he came back, and he worked with all of these guys, and for him to say, "Hey, I plan on bringing the Super Bowl to the city," that's something that was huge to me. That was huge to me. Dixon Way, shouts out to you, Bo. He says, "Big Low Sports, what in the world, Bo? Coach Rod was suited and booted. I like Terry leading the press conference instead of Arthur Blank and McKay. I rooted for them both to be great. You already know it, man. Hashtag rise up." I'm finna give you the Superman chat, Bo. What in the world? Shouts out to my homeboy Larry the Dixon Way, making that great content over there, having the watch parties. Him and his wife, man, great content. Shouts out to you, Bo. But yeah, I mean, the fact that I feel like this is a redemption story, Coach Ron. And I don't know if you heard what I said to myself whenever I started getting emotional. Why have I been getting so emotional here lately?
I don't know.
Have you noticed that? Is it because I'm getting older?
Yeah, maybe it's because you're getting old.
Maybe I don't know what it is. It's like, see, every time we go on these trips with Shady to these different colleges, it's like I stand to the side and I have my emotional moment. Just by myself. And then it's like, I be like, man, like, why? Do I just want attention? I just don't know what's going on, But anyway, it's like while I was watching it, I started getting a little emotional. And did you hear what I said?
What'd you say?
The name that I named the team.
No. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You can say it, Coach Ron, for dramatic effect.
The Raheem team.
Yes.
Play on the dream team for those that don't get it.
The Raheem team. And the Redeem team.
The Redeem team.
For whenever, the U.S. national team tried to come back and, redeem themselves after they unceremoniously got put out. Them boys crop of water, keep them boys in between watch machine and dry. So I wanted to ask everybody in the chat. Is the Raheem team, is it too corny? Am I just getting too emotional? If you like the Raheem team, put a 1 in the chat. If it's pineapples, you don't like it, put a 2 in the chat. I just want to know. I just want to know. The bad guy says he gets it. But if you like the Raheem team, put a 1 in the chat.
Red Storm says it happens to us men when we turn 40.
Oh,
you will cry watching Disney movies.
Man, see, I hardly watch Disney movies, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Lowski, he put an ear of corn in here. I guess he's. Wait a minute, you trying to say it's corny? Where, Lowski? You trying to say it's corny?
Wait, Jalen put it too. He said it reminds me of Desmond Winter.
Oh! Desmond Winter.
He's bringing it back.
I was pushing it.
He's bringing it back. Desmond Winter.
I was pushing it, y'all. I really wanted to be Desmond Winter. It didn't work out.
No, it did not.
It didn't work out.
It didn't even come close to
Oh my God,
out.
it aged so terribly. It aged so terribly.
So here he is with another one, guys.
I came back with another one. I put my game down, flipped it, and reversed it. Wait a minute, they look good, Coach Ronnie. Dante's face, he be riding with me. He said,
are they not feeling it?
They ain't feeling it. No, I'm feeling you. Oh man, Coach Wallace. Dre, my boy Dre said no. Dang, no. They would have got the ones and the twos mixed up.
No, I don't think so.
DA said 1. He said, I dig it. Jayla says 2. It reminds me of Desmond Winter. Didn't end well. It didn't. It didn't. Lynn, Ransom the Don, said they do not like the Redeem team. Dang, oh boy. I'm sorry, the Raheem
TW representing them threes.
TW, he just put in the threes. He put the threes in the chat. Cheese in here, he says 2. He said he don't like it. Douglas Farrington, he says 1. We'll have to see how the season plays out. That's how I feel about it, honestly. Hey, I ain't mad at it, bro. I ain't mad at it. Bad guy, he just laughing. This way he put corn. Wait a minute. God, Lee, man.
And you just shouted him out too.
I'm telling you, boy. Hey, Larry.
He must really dislike
He must really hate it, man. Goodness gracious.
Oh,
Tyler
God.
Russell, what in the world? Tyler, hope you're doing good, man. Dirty Bird Bill says, hey, ho, ho. Raheem done came through the door. That's what I'm talking about. Man. Well, another thing.
Oh, wait. You should ask for some likes.
Okay. I'll say, so Coach Roney. Wait a minute, Coach Roney. Before you tell me to ask for some likes. I mean, we do
No,
this every,
I haven't, but
every show.
I'm hitting the like right now. That's why I said ask for them. Because people forget.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, look, if y'all could, I would definitely and greatly appreciate it if y'all hit that like button. You hit that like button for me, I'll dance at your wedding one day. You know, I would definitely appreciate it. Also, make sure that y'all share the channel with your friends and family. If someone could, please give us a like counter. We would definitely appreciate that as well. Larry, he says, it just reminded me so much of Desmond Winter. That's all.
Oh, boy. People did not like
Man, y'all just
Desmond
hold it. You
Winter.
can't hold that against me, y'all.
They're not going to let you forget that one.
Man, goodness gracious. Dre says, like y'all leave my boy, my dog, my man, DR9. He's got potential. He just needs to develop it some more. Like Jordan Love Jordan Love did under Aaron Rodgers, beloved. Hello. Okay, I understand that. Red Swarm, he also got a Superman chat. He says Terry was smiling a little bit too much and dapping up Coach Rob. He said, looks like somebody is happy to be collaborating with the real head coach. Goodness gracious.
Oh, wow.
Man, now look, I've been telling y'all
Wowzers.
something. I've been tell y'all something. You know, I've been doing the Superman chat for Red Swarm. I know that Uncle Steve, Uncle Steve think he's smart. He tried to do the sounds and everything. But see, one thing that Uncle Steve failed to realize is that, you know, he got to record his.
Okay.
Over here, it's like Beyonce. The mic is always on.
The mic is always on. Whoa.
Appreciate you, Red Swarm. That's that dun-dun-dun. That's a Superman chat. Boy, I know people gonna be going.
Y'all wanna go see some J-Lo lip syncing?
That Uncle Steve singing us song. That's his son. That Uncle Steve singing those songs.
And I heard he's still Ashanti's tracks too. Oh, baby.
Oh, man. We'll start calling Steve J-Lo. Pilot said, hey, Coach, I got 2 things. First, 3 in these streets. Like, what? The second, can we get one final look what I can do? Hello, hang up. I'll hang up and listen. Dun-da-da. That's a Superman chat. Okay. The last one, y'all. The man's the OC and with the Steelers eye. It's the last one. Look what I can do. Okay. I got it out of the system now.
Hope you got it out your system.
Oh, man. Bad guys, oh, no, not the 3 E's. Yeah, they done brought the 3 E's out. Podge said, Uncle Steve, he used the chat GPT. Shout out to Uncle Steve, man. Y'all make sure y'all go to Uncle Steve's Lounge, man. He make great content over there. You know, he's part of Southern Silk. But at the end of the day, you know, everybody know who the lead singer of Southern Silk is. You know, everybody know. Okay, see, he got to record his. But, I do mine right here on the spot. Ain't nothing to me. Ain't nothing to me. Man, boy. This way says, he said, y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right. Another thing that I noticed about the press conference, Coach Ron, did you see Arthur Blank wasn't even there, because Arthur Blank was there whenever Tap Dancer was created. But did you see how those guys?
Hey, what's that newfangled foot shuffling? Go ahead.
Hey, what's that new foot movement they're doing over there?
I hear it's all the rage.
They can't keep their feet still. They making all that a pity a patter and all that there now.
A rat-a-tat-ta-da.
A ta-ta-ta-ta. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm
sorry. Anyway, did you see how crazy terrified though and Raheem Morris, whenever he was talking about running the Raheem team.
Okay.
Do you see how
slip it in there?
You see how You see how they were tap dancing around that whole idea about whenever they asked who's going to be the next quarterback for our Atlanta Falcons. Did you see that?
I thought they did a good job too. Of
they
not
did a great job
throwing any of the current quarterbacks under the bus.
Yes.
But making it clear that changes are coming.
Yeah, like Sam Cook.
Yep.
I could swear I heard him in the background. I could swear I heard him. But yeah. I mean, look, it's one of them situations where they just came out and asked him like, hey, so obviously quarterback is a huge need. We need to figure out what we're going to do at that position. What do you think we should do? And of course, you're not going to give any sort of
right.
You're
not going to condemn anybody.
Give any intel and say, as far as like what you're going to do. But just like Bad Guy says, he did say the words next quarterback.
He said next quarterback.
Yes, and he also mentioned whenever he said, hey, it's something that you got to consider. We won 7 games last year, and some of them were single-score games. And he appreciates everything. He appreciates everything Desmond Ridder did and everything that he brought to the table last year. But he said that that position obviously has to be improved. So I mean, that's telling me. And he said, and we're going to look at all avenues, whether it's through the draft, through free agency, or via trade, which all of them are an option. He said that we're going to explore all avenues and see what kind of decisions need to be made so we could go ahead and make that next step. So did anybody get a count for me for the likes? If you could, make sure that you let me know how many likes we got. We're trying to get to 100 likes. If we get to 100 likes, that would definitely be great. We also got another Superman chat in here. He says, you should have said last one, Coach Low. How about one more for your boy Red Swarm? Look what I can do in Pittsburgh.
Well, wait a minute. Why don't you set the scenario? Like, set the scene.
All right. It's the fourth quarter. 2-minute warning. It's right around the corner. 2 minutes and 11 seconds left.
Okay.
Down by 4.
All right.
You got Najee Harris. He has 22 carries for 145 yards.
So of course we're gonna let Najee carry you.
You let the big man. You let the big man eat. Yes. The big man want to eat. Let that man eat.
So that's what's gonna happen.
That's what's gonna happen, right? They break the huddle. George Pickens lines up under center. Like, wait, what? What's going on?
Okay, well, this is a little unusual, but all right.
Najee Harris lined up.
As
in
long
the
as Najee
backfield,
gets the ball, we're
both
good.
hands on the thigh pads. He goes in motion, flares out to the X. Like, wait, what? What's going on?
And what happens?
Wait, what? Kenny Pickett goes into the backfield. They pitch Kenny Pickett the ball. He rolls to the left, but wait, ain't he right-handed?
No one was expected.
No one
No one would expect it.
He throws to the tackle.
Oh my god.
Incomplete pass. No, it batted up in the air. Interception. For a pick six.
And Arthur Smith.
Look what I can do. Chris Swartz. Da-da-da. That's a Superman check. Oh man, y'all look crazy, boy. Oh man, but boy Sanchez says Big Low. I'm sorry I'm late. Who be with you? Things to make you smile. What numbers to dial? What's going on, Bo? You gonna be here for a while? What? Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman check. Oh man, boy, y'all crazy. What Tony Rack over here? Another deal closed, huh? Lo? What? What are you talking about? We know how you be working, Tony. Well, the doc says, blessings, Coach Low, Coach Roney. Thanks for the strength. Thank you so much for coming through, Coach Willie Doc. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. We definitely and greatly appreciate that, man. Jeannie Lee, okay, we're at 101 likes. Much love, man. Much love, man. You can't beat that. You cannot beat that. Yeah, quick. Instead, it's a quick screen to fire. But yes. Ain't no telling.
Dr. Slicknut said they'll never see it coming.
They'll never see it coming. They'll never see it coming, Dr. Slick. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
But I definitely and greatly appreciate how look, all doors are open because you got to think some things you got to keep close to the vest, right? Because whenever it is time to make that deal, you don't want to give them any extra ammunition. They want to try to tax you for a higher draft picks or things like that. So yeah, we definitely want to make sure that we don't give any intel away. It's kind of like playing Uno. If I got one more card and I'm on Uno, then and that last card is blue, I know everybody gunning for me. I'm gonna say red. And just hope for a blue. I'm a gambler. Just hope that the next card that they call out is a blue, or somebody puts down a blue one so I can Uno out. Ransom the Don says, Meta Georgia, stand up. Salute, bro. I need this. You already know what time it is, Bo. I see you. Much love to you. Ransom the Don. I see you in here, Bo. Meta GA. Dick's Way says, when is Arthur Smith play okay? Going to look like me.
What is Arthur Smith's playbook?
Oh, okay. I'm like, wait, play okay. So what is this playbook going to look like? Me without Waffle House up there. I guess we'll have Huddle House playbook now.
Nah, it'd be like one of those like diners.
Yeah.
Like Antonetti's diner.
It'd be whose diner?
Antonetti's diner.
Permanente Brothers.
Yeah. Parscuscuffany diner. Most random name.
Permanente Brothers, Skyline Chili Diner. Some spots like that. But nah, it ain't gonna be the Waffle House joint. It ain't gonna be the Waffle House. But I feel like Arthur Smith is a lot of people, we're picking on Arthur Smith. I feel like he's gonna be fairly successful because he's just going to be focusing on being the offensive coordinator. He was not a bad offensive coordinator. As far as a head coach, yeah, you suck. But offensive coordinator, he wasn't a bad offensive coordinator. Like we got to give it to him. Oh, they got hood houses in Pittsburgh. I ain't know that.
I don't gotta give Arthur Smith nothing.
What?
I said, I don't have to give Arthur Smith
Well,
nothing.
we know how you do, Archie Smith, Coach. Let's see. Willie Dot, he says, what stood out to you the most from Raheem Morris so far? Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Once again, like I said, I don't gotta play them tracks.
Mic is on. Check, check, 1, 2, 1,
Mic is
2.
on. Mic always on.
Oh, the Dixon Way said he didn't get his dun dun dun.
Oh, I thought I gave you my bad, Dick. So I thought for sure I gave it to you. But that's a Superman chat. Much love to you, my brother. But yeah, I mean, so far what I'm seeing and just listening to Raheem Morris in this press conference, and just being around the sport of football myself, I know how difficult it is. I know how tough it is, how the chips get down. Seeing his disposition, I feel like I would rather go to battle with him than with what we had previously. I would rather go to battle with him and Dan Quinn and Mike Smith than what we had with like Arthur Smith. Because I mean, number one, it's like, yeah, Raheem Morris, he's he's a player's coach, very likable guy. That whole interaction that he had with, I believe, who was it? Was it Steak or whatever? He tried to get his dramatic pause, but he kept talking, was hilarious to me. Like, that's my kind of humor. But even though he is a funny guy, you could tell on the football field, you could see the passion for the game there, and you could tell it's going to be serious. And it's like guys who, it's kind of like my dad used to say. My dad was an educator. He used to say all the time, people tend to learn better and perform better from people who look and act like them, right? So if I'm a jokester, I tend to learn from people who, they know how to be serious, but they also have a sense of humor as well, right? So it's one of those situations where I feel like this young team that we have and I know a lot of people were freaking out because they asked Raheem Morris, like, hey, what have you seen that uh, Terry Fontenot's in this front office has done right? He was like, he's done a lot of good stuff, drafting Drake London and drafting Bijan, and he didn't mention Kyle Pitts, but I mean, I'm not really reading into that. But what I can say is that you have young guys like a Tyler Algier, like a Kyle Pitts, like a Bijan Robinson, like a Drake London. Like, I feel like they can relate to Raheem Morris a little bit better, opposed to, just being like a guy who says, hey, this isn't fantasy football. You're not going to get the ball every, 10 times or get 10 targets in a game. This isn't fantasy football. It's one of them situations where it's like, do they know why they're not getting the ball? If you do want the ball more, hey, this is what you need to do. But look, it's not going to be a situation where it's like, hey, tough luck, you just got to deal with it. Raheem Morris, he actually takes people's feelings into consideration. And that's something that's definitely very important. That's something that we definitely got to keep in mind. So, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I looked at the press conference from whenever Archie Smith got hired, and someone asked Archie Smith, they said, yeah, so, from afar, on the outside looking in, what do you see, what was your scouting report on the Atlanta Falcons? He was like, well, I was the offense coordinator for the Tennessee Titans this season. We didn't play Atlanta. I didn't pay any attention to Atlanta. So I'm not going to answer that question.
Of course.
Raheem Morris, they said, hey, like, do you see anything that, I mean, because I don't care what nobody says. If you're in the league, you know what other teams are doing.
Mm-hmm.
So Raheem Morris, he was like, yeah, I mean, they've done some great things. Drake London, Bijan Robinson, they got some talent over here. Like, you could at least say something, so it's like, just simple things like answering questions, I feel like is a huge deal, Coach Willie Dodd. I hope that kind of answered the question for you. Yeah, I mean, you got Cordell Patterson. I don't feel like he's going to be here next year, but You got Cordero Patterson. Yeah, and the bad guy he mentioned, we got Ike Hilliard as well. We actually have a wide receivers coach. I'm going to say this one more time for the people in the back. We have a wide receivers coach.
Tell them what else we have.
We have a quarterback coach.
Crazy.
That actually played quarterback.
Oh, my gosh.
And I look back at the website today. I did not see Dave Ragone anywhere.
Woo!
Oh, I didn't see Dave Ragone anywhere. So I mean, that's
in
something.
Dave Ragone's defense, even last year, had you looked, you would have not seen him anywhere.
Wow, Coach Ronnie, you are so shady.
His defense.
You and your little 3 gang, boy, y'all just shady, folks.
3 years.
Black Mario said, so no more Joker position?
Oh, God.
There wasn't a Joker position when there was a Joker position.
It wasn't even a joker. When it was a joker, it wasn't even.
There wasn't no Joker. It was like playing spades. Deuce was wild, and that's it. There were no Jokers. Yes, we actually have a wide receivers coach, man. Shouts out to my homeboy Terry Artist 404. I see you in here, man. Oh, Terry Artist, he actually put up a simulation for the playoffs, man. Shouts out to him. But yeah, I mean, so moving forward, you know, I think just him, his ability to lead, you know, as a man, you watch how other men act and react in certain situations. You pay attention to if men are leaders, if men are followers. I don't even go into that whole, because it's going to be an hour-long conversation of, you know, men who say that they're alphas, and, you know, people being like, oh yeah, I'm an alpha male. People don't realize the small percentage of people who are actually alpha males, right? But what I can do is I can look and see and say, hey, in this particular situation, Raheem Morris, he actually conducted himself as a respectful man, as a respectable man in this press conference. Right? He came and he presented himself as the head coach. You know, it's like one of the things about being a head coach, you have to be relatable. You know, and I mean that's something that we haven't had here previously, but I really feel like things are going to take a whole different direction moving forward. What world Larry talking about? He says, "What is the better Valentine's gift, Lo? Flowers or candy?" I take the candy. I want the candy.
You saying what you want is a candy?
Yeah, I want the candy.
Okay.
Wait, let me ask you this question, Coach Ron. Do men get flowers? Should men get flowers for Valentine's Day?
No, save your money.
Some men like flowers.
Okay. Save your money. There's other things men like way more.
Cheap, boy.
There's other
so
things
cheap.
men like way more. You don't have to pay for. Save your money, ladies.
Oh, Red Swan says both. There you go, Red Swan. There you go.
Okay.
Oh man. The real Terrence, he says the joke was Arthur Smith that he joked his way out of Atlanta and landed with the Steelers. Man, that's look. I don't know what to tell you on that one.
Good for the Steelers.
Good for the Steelers.
Good for them.
The bad guy says a leader is many things. Interpersonal skills is a must, and you need the ability to motivate and influence. Yes, you have to have the ability to motivate and influence. It's like, you know, the thing is that at the end of the day, leaders just lead. You know, I don't have to be the person that's calling the plays. I don't have to be the person who, you know, dramatically make the decisions and, you know, things like leaders just lead, right? Like that's just what they do. So you'll see people um you'll see people say, hey, I'm the leader of this group. You know, this all these guys they follow me. Like if you're a legit leader, you don't have to say that. You know what I'm saying? If you're a legit leader, you don't have to say that. Like, hey, I'm the leader of this group. All these guys they just follow me. Raheem Morris that's not the situation. Whenever he came in, we seen so many guys say, hey, this guy he's a leader, not just with the Falcons, but all over the league. Jalen Ramsey, Sean McVay, um, so many guys all across the league talked about how good of a leader Raheem Morris is, and how much of a leader he was whenever they won those Super Bowls. And I feel like it's going to translate very well over here. I definitely do. Make sure if you're excited about the Atlanta Falcons getting Raheem Morris as their head coach, make sure that you do a country boy a favor and hit that like button. I would definitely and greatly appreciate it. Also, make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family. If this is your first time watching us, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. I would definitely appreciate that, Bo. Definitely would. Definitely would. Coach Wallace says Valentine's Day is for women and not men. Do you agree with that, Coach Ron?
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that. I
Yeah,
ain't
I
mad
do.
at that. Slim guy, he says, would you be mad if they go with Desmond Ritter? I'm sorry, Desmond Winter.
They still on you.
As
They
they said
still
the
on
quarter,
you.
as they said the quarterback needs a
Ah,
update.
ah,
I see how you
Desmond
slid that in there, Bo.
Winter.
No, it's a joke in here. Last year, for everybody that's new watching, I was saying, because I was gearing up for the season, I said, hey, the kid, he's a winner. As a matter of fact, I'm going to start calling him Desmond Winter.
Mm.
And, it didn't age well.
Didn't,
It did.
didn't quite work the way you wanted it to.
Oh, man. But now, so, you know what, guys? I mean, it's been like a couple of weeks, right, Coach Ronnie, since we've been on.
Yeah, so it's been a minute.
So I tell you what, I mean, we are happy to talk about Raheem Morris. My question to everybody in the chat is, because look, we got our coach. Who do we get at quarterback? Let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Put in the comments, put in the chat. Who do you feel like we should get as a quarterback to lead our Atlanta Falcons going into this 2024 season whenever we win the NFC South? Who do you think we should get at quarterback? Whether you think it's a Russell Wilson, you're leaning towards um, a Kirk Cousins, you're leaning towards Justin Fields, Jaden Daniels, you leaning towards Drake May. You think you might trade up for Caleb Williams? Who do you think we should get for quarterback for our Atlanta Falcons? Make sure that you put it in the chat. Tyler Russell says Patrick Mahomes. Tyler Russell, it will be a cold day. It will be a cold day. If it was a situation where you got a Mahomes, unless you're talking about his brother, and we don't want his brother.
No.
El Capitan's in here. He says, I love this channel. Good Falcons content. Well, we definitely appreciate you. And if this is your first time chilling out with us, y'all make sure y'all welcome El Capitan in the chat. Much love to your family. The Dixon Ways, he says Jaden Daniels. He's leaning towards Jaden Daniels. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, Coach. That's the direction that I'm looking. Now, Terry Fontenot and Raheem Morris, they did give us a little bit of intel as far as the direction that they plan on going with the quarterback. Whenever Raheem Morris says they want guys who are high processors, process information quickly, like a Matthew Stafford, like a Matt Ryan, that's telling me that you're looking for more of guys who do pre-snap reads, don't move around in the pocket as well as a Jaden Daniels, or as well as a Justin Fields. And that, I ain't gonna lie to you, man, that might mean that Falcons might be looking at Drake May. quarterback out of UNC. Now, the beautiful thing about that is that I spoke to Drake May whenever we went to a visit. And I said, hey, Drake, if you come to the Falcons, you got to get me the hookup. So, Drake May, let's go.
Okay. So that's the only reason you're supporting Drake May.
I'm supporting any
You
decision that we
feel like
make.
you're going to get some
I'm
hookup.
supporting any decision that we make, Coach Brody.
Okay. He's
But
going to
look,
remember a random sideline conversation from months ago.
You think he's going to remember the conversation?
I would not bet on it. Oh my God.
They did lose that. They did lose that night earlier
Yes,
too.
they lost. So maybe
I think he might have more important things on his mind. I felt bad
Exactly.
afterwards. Like, hey man, remember if he was like leaving, he just got finished crying. Like, oh man. They was undefeated beforehand. Let me shut up. Let me stop. Let me stop. Drake May was like, man, you bad luck. You came around with us.
Exactly.
I ain't coming to Atlanta.
Exactly.
Oh, Sergeant King, he said he heard Russell. Coach Wallace says he thinks we should get Jaden Daniels. Jermaine, he says he feels like Russell Wilson. Black Mario says Justin Fields. El Capitan says Fields and draft Penix. Ooh, man. That's a deep quarterback room. Lynn T says Justin Fields. Jay Daniels says 1, Jaden Daniels. I'm sorry, Red Swarm says 1, Jaden Daniels. 2, Justin Fields. 3, Michael Penix Jr. Terry Artist says, I'm thinking that Russell's coming. Russell's cooking. Man, so you're going to have Russell and Terry cooking at the same time? Woo. Jada says he's thinking Fields. Bad Guy says need a vet. Offense ready to bust like never mind. Like a grape? I don't know. Like a pipe? I don't know.
Okay.
Bad Guy says bring Fields home. TW says Fields and Penix. Now,
Does Fields want to come home?
so that's the thing. I heard that Fields might not even want to. They said his family is basically like, we don't know if Atlanta would be. We don't know if Atlanta would be a place where we would want him to come to.
Right.
Because I think they, I think that the family still has like negative thoughts from what happened at Georgia. Dante Spade says Justin Fields. MacTown Dirty's in here, says Russell and Jaden Daniels. Okay. And somebody mentioned earlier in the chat saying, hey, like we should get a vet and let him sit behind them. Like I think it was Dre Murphy said we let him sit behind them. Or he was talking about Desmond Ritter. Let him sit behind them and let him come up like Bryce Love. What's the kid's name? Is it Bryce?
Bryce Young? Are you talking about Jordan Love?
Jordan Love. I don't know where I got
okay.
Bryce Love
Where did
from.
Bryce come from?
I don't know. Tyler says nobody wants Mahomes' brother. He's talentless. No, nobody wants.
Oh my God.
Nobody wants
That's
him.
rough.
Drez, he says Kirk or Russell, then draft Penix. Now, so after I heard them make that statement saying, hey, we want high processors, who could, read defenses pre-snap. I feel like Michael Penix could read a defense better than Drake May. But I feel like Drake May has more dog than Michael Penix. I feel like there's less risk of getting injured than Mike Penix. So I don't know if anybody's seen the clip from the Senior Bowl this past week where, like, he was just going over.
Who is he?
I'm sorry, Michael Penix. He was just going over route concepts, and he was just talking about where he goes if they're running specific coverages, and how he should always have someone open depending on what the situation is. And then he showed it, and he looked really good, especially in the red zone at the Senior Bowl. He scored over and over and over again in practice in the red zone. So it's like, I feel like as far as a processing guy, Michael Penix would be the guy. It would be to their benefit if they did get him. They just had to make sure that they protect him, put him in the best situation to succeed. Because if they did get him in the second round, that would be the perfect scenario because you would be paying him a whole lot less money for a quarterback who, I mean, the going rate for him now is $40 million. They said Baker Mayfield is going to be getting $40 million from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You know how much he made this past season, y'all? He made $8 million.
Tampa's gonna give Baker Mayfield $40
They
million.
gonna give Baker. They talk about giving Baker Mayfield $40 million.
Are they crazy?
See, Terry says Drake May.
Don't do it, Tampa.
Hey, do it, Tampa.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
do it, Tampa.
What you waiting for?
Do it. We'll take it all day, twice on Sunday, especially when y'all play us.
Oh my God, what is wrong with them?
The bad guy says Drake. Drake.
40 million.
You know, Drake tell me what's really going on. He took my whole flow. Da, da, da. That's a Superman chat. He took my whole flow. That thing was hilarious to me, boy. Oh, Red Swan says, I would like to see Carson Wentz come as a vet backup. Okay. Dun, da, da. That's a Superman chat. Now, think about Carson Wentz. They said Carson Wentz has character issues. They said he never gets along wherever he goes. They said he
Never gets along with who?
with his teammates and with the coaches.
Teammates don't like him?
Yeah. I mean, you remember the whole story about whenever they won the Super Bowl in Philly?
No, what was the story?
They said that he was like, they said he harbored animosity towards Nick Foles.
Oh, he was benched because he got hurt, right?
Yeah, he was hurt. And Nick Foles came in, won the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that he held animosity because Nick Foles won the Super Bowl. I mean, but he's a talented quarterback. He's a really good backup. But the question is that, you know, I know that this has been a conversation throughout Twitter and throughout YouTube, like for the last week. People been talking about bringing Desmond Winter back, but as the starter. The
Bringing
thing
who
is,
back?
huh?
Bringing who back?
The thing is that if you bring in Michael Penix, it's almost guaranteed you have to have like a legit vet because there's just so much risk there that he could get hurt. So much risk there. I mean, he got hurt in the national championship game. So,
Why even risk it then?
why even risk it? I mean that's my thing. It's like I know everybody told me who they think we should get. I'm gonna go ahead and put my guy out there. I feel like if we want to blow the top off of this offense, Jaden Daniels is the way to go. That's my vote. Like I watched his games, I watched his highlights, I watched his lowlights, and over and over and over again, Jaden Daniels is the one that sticks out to me the most. He's going to stretch the field. He's the best deep passer in this draft. I can't trust Caleb Williams. I can't trust him. Caleb Williams, he's too much. They said he wanted like partial ownership of the team. Like,
He's talking about an NFL team?
yes.
What?
They said if he gets drafted first overall, he wants partial ownership of a team.
Are you serious right now?
I'm dead serious. So,
Partial.
why would we want that?
What?
He's already talk about the teams that he's not going to go to.
Where is he not going to go?
Oh, he said he ain't going to Chicago. He said he ain't doing that.
Is this legit? Like, is this for real?
This is legit. All of this is legit, Coach Ronnie. And another thing to keep in mind, I feel like he's going to go to the Washington Commanders.
Why would he say that?
And the reason why I say that is because they just brought in Cliff Kingsbury, and they let go of Eric Bieniemy. They brought in Cliff Kingsbury with Dan Quinn. I feel like the Washington Commanders are going to go for they're going to trade up for Caleb Williams. They got new ownership, and it's going to be one of them situations where they're going to say, hey, let's just go ahead and start brand new with a new quarterback. I'm gonna book it here first. I'm saying it. I feel like they're gonna go ahead and make the move, trade up first of all for Caleb Williams. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. With the Dots is big deal, a little deal. Sierra coming to Atlanta. Dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat. I don't feel like it's that big of a deal. What you think, Coach Ronnie?
I mean, she's from Atlanta. She's probably here all the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She probably here all the time. But, I guess being here in the public eye, coming and,
That's
seeing.
like the quarterback's wife.
Yeah, coming as the quarterback's wife.
Mm-hmm.
That's. I mean, but the thing is that, Future, they probably done squashed all that situation now. They probably done got past all that. I think he said that Superman chat again. So dun dun dun, that's a Superman chat. Appreciate that, Coach Willie Dot. Definitely. Let's see here. Billy Mill says if Baker gets 40, the Evans is definitely out of there. So yeah, what you waiting on, Tampa? Do it. What you waiting on? Do it. That's what I'm saying. Nah, you good, Coach Willie Dot. You won't never have to apologize about super chatting twice. You don't never have to apologize about that. Dred says, Big Low, what do you think about Knicks? He was looking sharp in the Senior Bowl practices that I was watching. I mean, look, I know a lot of people don't like Knicks because, he's not an exciting name. But if you look back at his numbers and his efficiency, like Bo Nix ain't nothing to sneeze at now. So I mean, I wouldn't be too mad at bringing Bo Nix in. But once again, we now we know who the offensive coordinator is. A lot of people don't realize this. Zach Robinson, they say that he's like a quarterback guy. He came out of Oklahoma State, ran a very, very efficient offense himself, but they said he's like a legit quarterback whisperer. So whoever they decide to get with a Zach Robinson, that's who I'm trusting and going with. Because Sean McVay says that Zach Robinson is one of the best offensive minds in football. It's like, I don't think everybody understands how much the rest of the league is whispering about how fortunate the Atlanta Falcons are to have the guys that we have on this coaching staff. Mm-hmm. Like it's one of them situations where it's like we're like the big secret that everybody's like, man, look, the boys on the come up. They're on the come up. Juwan Johnson here said Fields is all the way. Justin Fields all the way. Oh, Trey Parrish is in here. What's going on, Tap? Hope you're doing good tonight, Bo. Tell my sister-in-law to get that hate out of her heart. I would definitely.
I never have hate in my heart. One thing I do dislike is late people.
Okay, Coach.
But I don't.
What in the world? What in the world? Man, boy, y'all. But let me tell you something about old Trey, boy. That's my partner. Back in the day when whenever I put out my 3 albums. And whenever I was like, hey, I think I'm finna put out my R&B album. He was like, you think the world is ready for that, Low?
What? You know what?
You're waiting for something silk.
Why don't you tell these good people about what came out before the album when you were singing Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men, One Sweet Day? It's 8-year-old Big Low Kuntry.
See, first of all, I wouldn't even supposed to be singing that song.
who was recording himself. You know how you used to record yourself back in the day? There's a recording of 8-year-old Big Low Kuntry singing One Sweet Day by Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men, except every time Mariah Carey sung, he would turn it down and be quiet because he don't sing the girl parts.
Wow, Coach Rody, you have to put me on Front Street like that. You have to put me on Front Street.
Hey there, folks. That's what he kept saying. Hey there, folks. I'm Big Low Kuntry. I'm going to sing a song for you guys.
Oh, man. And look what he turned into. Lead singer of Southern Silk.
There you go.
My love, tell me, have you ever felt the way? Uh-oh, Uncle Steve getting jealous. I can see you get jealous. I do. Cause it's been different ever since I've been away from you.
Thank you, folks.
Boy, y'all tripping, boy. Terrence Brown said, Coach Ronnie, 3 keys. Like, what? I mean, she just put personal business out there, Trey. Like, she. Oh, man. Wait a minute. Paul Matthews says Rich McKay was at the presser, according to 92. So he was there. Coach Ronnie, you such a hater. You such a hater. So he was there, but he wasn't on stage.
Finally.
He wasn't on stage. Shouts out to old Jack Spade at one time for the fan. He was there. He was there front row. Like, Jack, how you get in there? Oh, man. That's right, Larry. Mike, always on. Yeah, man, Coach Ronnie, she got a hate in the heart, man.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, hate. Like, why you got to talk about old stuff?
I'm just letting the people
Tell
know.
all my business.
Hey, folks, I'm just letting people know.
First of all, I didn't talk like Shaka.
I'm just letting them know, folks.
Black Mario said, when that album coming out, Coach, you talk about Southern Silk, or you talk about the solo joint, the surprise solo joint?
Surprise solo joint.
Yeah, it's coming out on Valentine's Day. In the words of Larry, it's gonna be flowers or candy.
Okay.
Oh man, boy, y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy, man. Look, I tell you one thing, boy. I'm definitely glad that he said the solo. I'm definitely glad that we had a chance to link up because whenever that press conference came out, it was one of them situations where the first thing that I was thinking, I was like, man, I wonder what the coaching staff is thinking about this press conference, and I'm glad that we got a chance to kind of sit down and chop it up. So I do need y'all to do a country boy a favor. I don't know how many people we got in the chat right now, but if you could do me a favor and hit that like button for me, I would definitely and greatly appreciate that.
Oh, Terrence Brown asked, did I see the designs? So he's the one that sent the designs. We won't say of what, but yes, I did see them. I liked them.
What you say, Coach Ron?
I said we won't say of what, but yeah, I did see them and I did like them, Terrence Brown.
Okay. Yeah, Terrence, hey, hit me up on Instagram on that, Terrence. I would definitely appreciate that. Because, we need to talk about that. Yeah, we seen the design, though. Yeah. Your solo album? Yeah, your solo album is coming out. And, you never know. The name of it might be called One Sweet Day, in honor of Coach Ronnie, since she got all that hate in her heart. Trey says, man, just go ahead and shop the world. Hey, you know it, man. Ray says, I'm getting Peaches and an Herb vibe here. What that, Coach Roy?
Peaches and Herb, they were a singing group.
Oh, yeah?
R&B, it's like a 70s soul group.
What
you
song?
know some of their songs.
I be singing?
You said, do you be singing them?
Yeah, I be singing songs all the time. I don't remember.
You know some of their songs, Reunited.
Oh, shoot.
Shake Your Groove thing.
Man, what you talking about, boy? I be remixing those songs. Reunited and it feels so good. Doing somebody that you used to do. Oh, man. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on, boy. See, look at here. Here we go. Steve said, dear Mr. Lowe, I can't hear Coach Ronnie mention my career path. I'm sorry. I didn't hear Coach Ra mention my career path. Please ask for me. Love, Dez. By the way, Arthur said, hey. Up said that high note was suspect. What? What high note? I don't talk about.
Must have been one from Reunited or something.
I know. Okay, talk about. I know he talking about. What you talking about? Whenever I was singing "Shy" and so my friend, he wasn't talking about that one.
Okay. Gotcha.
Shouts out to Uncle Steve, man. Make sure y'all check Uncle Steve's Lounge out. Great Falcons content. That's that dun da da. That's a Superman chat. It looks like he put his in here twice too. So dun da da. That's a Superman chat. We appreciate that, dog. Thank you so much. And the high note was suspect. The mic's always on.
Just don't rewind back in the show when a lot of trash was being talked about you lip singing.
So, don't listen to Coach Ronnie.
Don't rewind.
Don't listen to that. Coach Ronnie got a hate heart. You know better than that.
Oh, it was just me?
You know,
oh, okay.
You know that. I said, Coach Ronnie, no, Uncle Steve would never. He would never lip sync those tracks that he be making. I said, no, that's not his son singing those songs. That's him.
He said, don't call him J-Lo.
I said, don't call him J-Lo. That's not Ashanti singing them songs. That's Uncle Steve.
Oh, baby.
Man, boy, I done got tired. I didn't drink me some grape juice to lay down. I can't fool with y'all. Coach Ron, you gonna let me get the last grape juice?
No.
Go, boy.
He keeps trying to steal my grape juice. I guess he thought because he asked y'all, I would feel compelled to give him my grape juice. No, you cannot have it on the show or off the show.
If y'all feel like Coach Ron should let me have the last grape juice, put a 3 in the chat. If y'all feel like Coach Ron should let me have the last grape juice, put a 3 in the chat.
Don't, and do not use my 3s. Oh my gosh.
I appreciate that. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Larry, he coming through in the clutch for me.
Oh my gosh.
Shouts out to my homeboy Tidy.
Y'all should be ashamed of y'allself. Y'all should be ashamed of y'allself.
Atlanta Bird Gang, great content over there. Check them out. Raymond Collins, hello. That's it.
Oh my God.
Nighttime dirty. That's it, man. That's it. What's going on, Jerry? I appreciate that.
Everybody putting my 3s in the chat. I'm jumping y'all out the game. Every last one of y'all.
Coach T. Brown says hashtag 3. That's it. And right here with the 3s, TW says 3 bust ahead. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Sharing is caring. Y'all, this was a 6-pack of grape juice. He drank all 5 of the other ones, and I want my last one. No, I'm not giving it to him. Oh my God. Talk about sharing is caring. Tell him that. 2.5 of those should have been mine.
They've been around for 2 weeks.
I literally got them like 3 days ago.
No.
Yes, I did because I was sick, so I couldn't get them before then. I got them 3 days ago.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Well, that shows a lot of 3s in the chat.
Shout out to Jerry.
There's a lot of 3s. Danny Johnson, Raymond Collins. That's right, Dre sharing his care, Coach Ronnie. Especially with your significant other, beloved. Hello, that's it.
I'm good.
Man, you see all these 3s? Rishi, Ricky Reese, Dante, sharing is caring. Man, see, I appreciate y'all. That's right, Black Bar. See, that's why y'all the coaching staff. Y'all look out for the old dog. 3 Dirty's in here. What's going on, 3? He says, first name, 3, last name. Dirt. Yeet. Oh, man. Well, look, man, I definitely appreciate y'all coming on to chopping it up with us tonight. It's going on 11 o'clock. Thank y'all so much. Can anybody give us a like counter? Where do we end the night off with the likes? Can someone give us a like counter? And while y'all provide that for us, also make sure that you hit that like button. Also make sure that you hit that subscribe button if you don't mind. If this is your first time chilling out with us, if it's not your first time, make sure you haven't hit the subscribe button yet. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and also that bell notification beside it, so you find out in the future when we go live. We would definitely and greatly appreciate that. Looks like we're in and now. Reese said with 136. I definitely appreciate that. Coach T, 131. Coach Ronnie, 135. So I guess we got to say 135 because, Coach Ronnie's came a little late.
I'm sorry. I was drinking my delicious grape juice. There was a delay in me hitting the like button. It tastes so good when you don't share.
Oh, man. Well, look, we'll be coming with some great content moving forward. It's officially draft season. So the draft is what, in a month and a half?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Dang,
Draft is like in a month and a half. So moving forward, we gotta we gotta look into some of these prospects that we have and look at some potential future scenarios. Free agency is next month. So we're gonna really kind of take a deep dive into everything and just look and see what we got going on. I know we normally do we do a couple of mock drafts per tradition. I know that me and some of the fellas get a chance to do a mock draft as well, and we're gonna have some fun with that. So look out for some great content that we got coming in the future. Also, make sure that you check us out on Twitter and Instagram at Big Low Kuntry. We got some great content coming for you over there on that side. While we're, just working and chasing new endeavors, Bo. A lot of people, they, might have issues and, still worried about things that happened back in 2020, 2021. Meanwhile, you got to make sure that you focus on those new endeavors and, chase new goals. You can't stay stuck in the past, Bo. You got to keep moving forward, shaking it off and stepping up. That's what it's about at the end of the day. Thank y'all. Hope y'all have a good, safe rest of the week. Please don't try to work too hard. It's going to be getting cold tomorrow. I'll make sure that y'all stay warm. And wait a minute, Coach T. Brown says, last point, Rattler will be a better value than most of the quarterbacks. Spencer Rattler coming out of South Carolina. You got a great point there, Coach. That's definitely a good point. But yeah, man. In the meantime, rise up, A-Town down. Y'all already know what time it is, Bo. We ready. What in the world, Bo? Or should I sing it? What in the world, Bo? What in the world, Bo? What in the world, Bo?